What's up, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we'll be going over the brand new batch units that are going to be coming out to the One Piece Treasure Cruise Japanese version for the 4th year anniversary, going over the dual legends, both Law and Luffy, and we're also be going over the Big Mom and Prometheus and Zeus, I guess we're calling it now. I don't really know what we're calling that one. Just V2 Big Mom, whatever. I don't really want to deal with, we're not going to deal with all the friggin' long name for Big Mom. V2 Big Mom is easy. I like that. Then we're going into the new batch units, which are very, very strong as well, and then really go over a lot of cool things. Going over newer power creeps in the game, new crazy stuff that's happening. So overall, this anniversary is going to be super hyped. There's tons of things happening, and I can't even keep up with all of it because my brain is going a million miles a minute here. So guys, without further ado, it's going to jump right into it. Guys, so let's go ahead and go over the brand new Luffy and Ace dual legend, and we get the dual arc raven and everything, all the stats improved, etc. So first off, we got a fighter and slasher character when the character is a dual unit, and there's going to be we're going to have pinch healing as well as anti-healing as well as critical strike on the new Luffy Law legend. He's going to have 4,157 attack, 530 recovery, and 1859. 4,157 HP, 1,859 attack, which puts him at 2,059 attack and 4,600 and change if after candies and all the limit breaks and stuff put together. So, yeah, stats are good. Awesome. He maxes out at 12 turns, and let's go ahead and check out dual unit stuff. Alright, so depending on who is captain, the special is going to be different, which is the first dual unit of its kind. Usually dual units are very, very different. We still don't know any information on the swap ability, so we're trying to get all the information in and make sure everything's correct. So first off, finally we get the final conjuration from Koala-san. The captain ability for Luffy and Law is going to be a 4.5 times attack, 1.25 times HP, and heals 1 times recovery at the end of every turn, end of each perfect that was hit for this turn. So every time you hit a perfect, you're going to get 1 times recovery. So that means it's based after character's recovery. So if your Law was hitting for a perfect, that means you get 530 extra recovery. If you give him recovery candies, then you're actually going to get 630 recovery. So that makes it so that you can actually do pretty good if you're hitting perfects with recoveries. So if an average character has about 300 recovery or so, that means that you're probably going to heal for 1,800 extra, and not less than that. It was more than that. 1,200 extra for your whole team, and on your captains, if your captains were 630 recovery each, that's another 1,200 there. So giving you an extra 2,400 healing per turn. Plus, you're also able to get another 1,000 from auto heal, giving you about 3,400 healing per turn ish. Now that can scale up and down, of course. You can get maybe over 4,000, maybe over 5,000. Really just depends on the team you're using, and you actually get below that as well by a significant amount. Now there is a problem with the old mechanic for healing characters with recovery for the end of turn after each perfect, because perfects are really not the way that people should get heals. Perfect based healing is probably the worst type of healing in my opinion. This type of healing was from version 2 Law as well as version 2 Law 6 Plus, and in my personal opinion, I really did not like this type of healing. Most stalling in the game is not based off you hitting a perfect. So this effect where you're actually able to hitting perfects and getting health back works with pinch healing, but really doesn't help you with stalling all the time, because a lot of times you're not trying to hit perfects all the time. So I'm curious to see how much the pinch healing effect is for Law and Luffy, and what kind of recovery based stuff it is there. So usually it's just about 500 healing or more. If it's a 1 times recovery, that'd be great. If it's 2 times recovery, there's an extra 1,000 healing on pinch healing for this character. So I'm really curious to see how well the pinch heal is on this character, because that pinch heal that Luffy and Law does have is going to be pretty clutch here. So if you only have to hit perfects with Law and Luffy, that would be awesome, and that makes it so that you can just get massive amounts of healing just by hitting with 2 characters. That would be fine, but if you hit with your whole team, that may be a little much. So the special ability on each character is different. You're going to do different amounts of damage to one enemy or all enemies based on the character that is out. If the Luffy character is out, you can actually do 400 times attack and to one enemy for the Turn the crew for 1 turn will treat Dex and Quick Orbs as beneficial, and it's going to boost the orb effects of the crew by 2.5 for 3 turns. No, sorry, for 1 turn, and then for 3 turns become Luffy Law. So annoying. 75 times attack for Law special ability, and it's going to do to all enemies. That's going to ignore damage negating abilities and barriers. For 1 turn, it's going to treat Dex and Quick Orbs as beneficial, and for 1 turn, boost the orbs of 2.5 times and become Luffy Law for 3 turns. I really don't see the difference besides the specials doing single target versus multi-target there, but whatever. More info! It came in finally. Okay, cool. So, the next thing we're going to know about is the new Law and Luffy's individual captain abilities. It's finally here! Yay! Okay, so the captain ability for Luffy is 3.5 times attack and 1.25 times HP. Captain ability for Law is a 3 times attack and a 1.25 times HP. Heals 0.5 times character's recovery at the end of each turn for each perfect that was hit. Ooh, 0.5. Ooh, definitely go HP candies. I know his pinch healing. You can go recovery. It's fine. So have the amount of recovery. Oof, that stinks. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Okay, so the Sailor ability for Luffy and Law is plus 100 stats to all the entire crew. Sailor ability for Luffy is plus 50 attack. Sailor ability for Law is plus 50 HP. Oof. Sailor ability 2 completely removes special seal and paralysis on himself. That's really good. Wow, so he can't be silenced if using him as a sailor. Wow. That's insane. The switch ability completely removes slot bind in himself. Changes own orb including block into matching. For 1 turn, boosts it. What? For 1 turn, boosts own attack by 2 times and own regular attacks will ignore damage negating abilities. Bruh. Too bad they don't stack. You can only use 1 though. It's a self boost 2 times. So guys, self boost 2 times on swap. That's interesting. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I don't like it. It won't stack with attack boost, but it's a attack boost that you can use on your team, kinda. That if there's an attack boost interrupt and there's a wipe before the room starts. So a way to bypass an interrupt to get some kind of damage boost on your team. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and he gets an orb, so that's good too. Okay, there's a lot of interesting things on this captain ability. I like Warco's way better, but Warco's and Cavendish's are pretty broken, but this one's not bad. Not bad at all. Wow. All right, next up, we're going to have the new Dual Legend Big Mom that was going to be coming out to the Japanese version. It's going to have a powerhouse and slasher unit. It's going to have side damage reduction as well as enrage and anti-healing. She's going to be an int as well as psi unit, depending on... Well, actually, int and int? Is that what it is? Huh. I think it's int and int. Is that a dual unit? It's an int and int. Dual units the same color. Look at that. Wow. That's weird. Maxing out at 10 turns, she's going to have 4,832 attack, 1,188 recover. Why do I keep saying attack on HP? 4,832 HP, 188 recovery, 1,898 attack, giving her a total of 2,098 attack at max candies, giving her I think the highest attack in the game? I have to double check on that, but I think she has the highest base stat in the game before everything else for legends. I mean, obviously there's monster chopper and stuff, but like that's pretty freaking high. All right, so Big Mom has the Int, Zeus, and Prometheus, as well as Big Mom. Captain ability for Zeus and Prometheus when all color types are represented in the crew. Increased damage taken by 1.75. What? Attack times 4, 2 times HP, and the end of each turn, crew recovery times number of enemies defeated per turn. So it heals you based on the number of enemies defeated that turn. Okay. She has pretty low recovery. So she's at 188 recovery, so I don't really see that being a ton of recovery. I mean, I could see recovery candies on this unit, but I could also see HP candies. So I'm very confused on this unit. Let's go ahead and read the special ability. Maybe it'll become more clear. That 1.75 damage taken is odd, but 2 times HP kind of makes sense with the 1.75 times damage taken. So don't write her off yet. If you can do quick max, that's basically akin to a 4x attack boost and a 1.2 times HP boost. Ish. I mean, that's kind of how the math works out. I still have notifications on. That's funny. The special ability for 1 turn, depending on the amount of HP when the special is triggered, boost the base attack of the crew accordingly. Max HP when HP is 100. Max when HP is 100,000. Crew's attack base attack plus 1,000. It's a whole new boost. It's a whole new boost. Oh my god! Now I'm understanding it. This is a whole new boost. For 3 turns, it becomes Zeus and Prometheus and Big Mom when HP is above 5,000. When the special is triggered for 1 turn, lock chain to 3.5 times. Oh my! Is that a whole new boost? Is that gonna stack based on everything? That's insane. By the way, boosting your crew's base stats by 1,000 is basically a 1.5 times attack boost for legends. For rare recruits, that's like a 1.75 times attack boost, and for super old units that have very low stats, like Fortnite units, etc., that's like a 2 times or more boost. So this is a really interesting boost. But the fact that it does that kind of boost, as well as locks chain at 3.5 times if your HP is above 50%. That's a pretty interesting boost. So I'm really digging this new unit. I will probably use, of course, the new captain for Law and Luffy as a captain, and then use this Big Mom as a sub. If the boosts do stack, that'd be really interesting. I'm probably gonna have to check out and see if it does stack or does not stack. I'll have to see. I don't know at this point if someone's done any testing to see if this stacks with an attack boost, but base attack is an interesting boost and good way to go. A normal attack boost is better most of the time, but normal attack boost might get countered. This is a new ability, so this might not be countered yet, so that's really cool. I really like that. Very interesting on this Big Mom. I think I'm extremely excited about that. Yay! Finally, it's finished. Okay, cool. So we finally know all the stuff that goes along with the new Big Mom, and I'll talk about her and finish the captain ability and everything. Cool. So the first off, the individual captain abilities for Zeus. When all color types are represented in the crew, increase damage taken by 1.75, 3.25 universal attack, as well as 2 times HP. Active enemy each turn recover crew's HP based on number of enemies defeated with normal attacks, with her multiplier on recovery times the total amount of enemies defeated. So this character kind of should be recovery candies, even though it has a huge HP pool, which is super weird to me, but okay, we'll see. The captain ability is when all color types are represented in the crew, increase damage taken by 1.75, attack point 3.25, and HP point 2 times, and at the end of a turn, heal total. It's the exact same fucking thing. It's the exact same thing. What? The captain abilities are exactly the same for both? Huh? Okay. Whatever. That's stupid. But it's 3.25. Yay, now we know. Awesome. The swap ability is completely removes paralysis, as well as change O and over to matching, and for 1 turn boosts attack and orbs of self by 1.5. So I'm not the hugest fan. It's just okay, I guess. Doing all the translation of these, so I apologize if these are incorrect when I release these, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these out as quick as I can because I don't have a ton of time to make this video, so I'm hoping all the information is correct as I release it to you, and there's no mistranslations or whatnot. So I'm gonna click, of course, have the Reddit thread in the link description below for this one, so if you guys do find different things, obviously, then I'm sorry. It is what it is. The HP on the value on the new Kaku and Lucci is going to be 3,095. It's going to have 1621 attack as well as 342 recovery. It's going to be a powerhouse and slasher unit. It's going to have anti-healing as well as critical strike and maxing out at 10 turns. For the special ability for this character, 50 times character's attack in type damage for 2 turns become Lucci and Kaku, and the captain is a powerhouse fighter or slasher unit. Boosts the attack of all 3 classes by 2 times. Okay, that's pretty solid. I mean, it only does one thing, which I'm kind of unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate, but it boosts 3 classes. I mean, that's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not super conditional. It's based on your captain being the same class as the boost, so it's not super conditional, but it's fine. All right, next up, we got the new Ivankov and Bon Clay unit. This is going to be a free spirit as well as fighter unit. It's going to have pinch healing as well as anti-healing. He's going to max out at 2,717 HP, 1,482 attack, as 466 recovery. So pretty high recovery stat there for your pinch heal, so that's pretty good. He's going to max out at 15 turns, which is a little bit higher than needed, but you know, it might be ever really, really good special, so we'll see. The special ability is completely removes poison, recovery down, and blindness. Reduce 5 turns of bind and despair. 5 turn bind and despair is pretty cool. The other 3 are like not super necessary to remove all the time, but there's not a ton of poison removals in the game, so okay. For 5 turns at the end term, deal 13 times character's recovery. For 2 turns, become Ivankov and Bon Clay. Is this legitimately Ivankov version 2 without the damage reduction? Okay. I guess that's happening. Next up, we have the new Smoker and Tashigi character, who's going to be a driven and slasher unit. This is going to have barrier penetration as well as pinch healing. She and he are going to max out at 2,911 HP, 438 recovery, as well as 1,502 attack. They're going to max out at 14 turns. And going back into Smoker Shigi, the special ability is going to do 100,000 fixed damage to all enemies, change block orbs and color orbs into matching orbs, and for 1 turn, lock orbs, and for 2 turns become Smoker Shigi. So it basically turns block and color orbs to matching and locks orbs. And it's for all characters, so that's pretty good. I don't dislike this unit. But yeah, okay. I mean, I like that these units are doing a lot less for a lot less conditions. That I like a lot. All right, the last unit of the batch is going to be the new Croc as well as Robin unit, who's going to be a Cerebral and Striker unit. They're going to have quick damage reduction as well as side damage reduction. They're going to max out at 2,923 HP, 395 recovery, and 1,531 attack. Maxing out at 13 turns, and going into the special ability for these units, they are going to, for 1 turn, reduce incoming damage taken by 80%, and for 1 turn, boost the color affinity through by 1.75 for 2 turns. Give and become Mr. Zero and All Sunday. So I really, really like this unit for 2 reasons. One, it is the second universal color affinity booster. There is no conditions on this character at all, which is really insane. I'm just gonna refresh to make sure. So far, no conditions at all. Really, really like this. I am very impressed with what they have done so far with a lot of the units, but this unit is the prize. This is as strong as the version 1 treasure mode Gear 4 Luffy. Now, the reason this unit is better than Gear 4 Luffy treasure mode is because the character is not named Luffy. The problem with Gear 4 Luffy for treasure mode is that his name is Luffy. That was his biggest problem. But the fact that this character is a Croc as well as Robin, which are far less common units that put on any team. The only characters that I can think of are Legend Robin, that is a consistent use, as well as Treasure Mode Croc. Those 2 are the only way using this to have consistent use currently in this meta. Most other versions of those characters don't have any kind of use throughout the entire game. All right, next up we have the new Ace. I think this might be just an anniversary-based Ace, just like we had last year. We had 2 different units last year that were for just on the anniversary and only available during that time. I think it was Sanji as well as Reiju, and they were both extremely good for the specific situation that they had, and they had other uses throughout the year for certain units, for certain times, and they were really useful when they could be used. So super good units. I'm hoping these units are the same. The new ace is going to be a free spirit as well as shooter unit. He's going to have a two limit breaks, of course. He's going to have slot seal reduction as well as barrier penetration. He's going to have 2,842 HP, 358 recovery, as well as 1455 attack. He's going to max out at 14 turns. Going into his special ability, going to bind himself for 5 turns, reduce 2 turns of cooldown for the crew, and lock for 2 turns, lock the chain for 3 turns. Binding himself for 5 turns, making so level 3 bind. It's only 2 turns, so that's not a big deal. However, it may kind of hurt if you're going to be doing other stuff. So there might be some counters to that to get around it, but whatever. 3 times chain lock for 2 turns. That's pretty good for any reviving boss. And 2 turns of recovery, cooldown reduction on the crew. That's also pretty good. He's probably going to have like a special rewind mechanic on himself or some other kinds of mechanic just to give him a little bit better of an edge. The Perona is going to heal for 50%. Sorry. The next student up is going to be the new Perona, and Perona is going to have a shooter as well as driven unit. She's going to have pinch healing as well as anti-healing. She's going to max out at 2,414 HP, 505 recovery, and everything's happening at once right now, and 1,228 attack. She's maxed out at 14 turns, and for her special ability, she's going to heal for 50% of her max HP value, and for 3 turns, reduce all incoming damage by 70%. That's okay, I guess. I mean, that's a stall unit. Stalls out in a lot of mechanics, so that's okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of an older mechanic because there's tons of characters that you can use to stall on a boss. I guess this character is just adding it to the mix and power creeping in a little bit, so that's good. I personally would rather just use the Raid Bartolomeo versus this Perona unit because it has better stats in general, and it has threshold damage, which is much better, but this is more turns, I guess, so I mean, I guess it's better. Alright guys, so what do you guys think of the batch? I think overall they're really strong. There's tons of viability on them. There's tons of versatility on them. That's my favorite part about this new batch is that they have so much they can do for so many different teams. And you can use, it's not restricted to just like one team. Very often what we've seen on a lot of different units that have been released over the last year is they're very restricted onto certain teams and you can't really move them out of those teams as much. But for this anniversary batch, they're like more like the Whole Cake Island batch that we got for the anniversary last year, where you can use them on a lot of different teams. So I'm very much enjoy that part. So all the new rare recruits are super cool, and I really want to use them some more. I want to see what their swap abilities are over time. I want to see all the cool things there. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, of course, smash the like button down below, of course. And if you do want to subscribe to the channel and want to keep follow all the stuff I do, hit the subscribe button as well. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.